Major cuts to Social Security just got real. Now, if you're somebody that collects Social Security, you are going to want to watch this video because take a look at what just came out yesterday. Social Security solvency raised retirement age more likely as Congress fails to compromise. And this is very upsetting after we just heard the president say in the State of the Union address there would be no cuts to Social Security. We heard Republicans say nobody wants to cut Social Security, and they've been fighting back and forth on this. And now we're hearing that because of their lack of ability to come to an agreement to reform Social Security, that is becoming more likely that they will cut the age at which you can receive full retirement, which is not necessarily cutting to the funds, but it is a cut to the recipients who should be receiving these benefits that have paid into it their entire lives. They're not going to be denied, and they're going to have to wait several more years. Now, if this makes you upset, you're not alone. Take a look at this. In France, French President Macron overrides Parliament to pass retirement age bill. And how are the French responding? Take a look at this. These photos and TikToks show how the French have been protesting the retirement age rising. The strikes have affected garbage collections, transportation, and schools. As take a look at this. Protests in the street, police with riot gear. They're not picking up the trash. They're building up all across France, protesting what has unfolded with their retirement. Now, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that this would unfold here in the United States? Because this is going to directly impact a lot of people and their money. Now, in addition to that, I've got a sponsor in today's video that hopefully will be able to help you out with some of your money and investing, but more on that later in the video. But let's get you caught up on this article that just came out on this. I know nobody wants to hear it, but I want to make sure that you know what's going on with the latest. And if you appreciate that, do me a quick favor, smash the like button, just takes a second. And if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. I'll let you know everything that's going on. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let's take a look at this article that just came out on how major cuts to Social Security, they're saying, unless Congress can come to some kind of agreement, is about to get very real. All right, so first up, link in the description below to this article that just came out. I always cite the sources for you that says raised retirement age more likely as Congress fails to compromise. There has been no shortage of partisan bickering over Social Security in recent weeks, as Republicans and Democrats have traded barbs over which party wants to fix the troubled programs and which wants to undermine it. Now, the rhetoric got ratcheted up last week when a pair of Republican lawmakers accused Biden administration officials of being dishonest about the Social Security debates, and I shared both of these tense moments with you as soon as they came out on the channel. Now, during a Senate Finance Committee hearing, Bill Cassidy accused Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen of lying about President Joe Biden's willingness to work with lawmakers on Social Security reform. That followed a similar exchange between Mitt Romney and Shalonda Young, director of the White House Office of Management and Budget, in discussions centering on Biden's fiscal 2024 budget proposal. In a separate hearing, Romney said Young was simply wrong and not honest to suggest that current members of Congress want to cut Social Security and Medicare. And in that hearing, he said, "You are demonizing and lying about the Republicans saying they want to cut benefits. Now the question is, Democrats, where is your plan to reform Social Security? With so much animus between the political parties, it's hard to see any hope of bipartisan Social Security reform. The only solution with even a whiff of bipartisan support is a proposal to raise the full retirement age for Social Security benefits." That proposal, announced last month, is being pushed by Cassidy, the Louisiana Republican, and Senator Angus King, a Maine independent who caucuses with the Democrats. The two are leading a group of legislatures that aim to raise the full retirement age to 70 from 67. Now, this news is a huge deal because the goalposts for retirement are only getting pushed further away. In fact, it is now estimated that you need between $3 to $5 million to retire comfortably. And not only is that number growing, but at the same time, we're hearing our retirement accounts are shrinking as well. Vanguard reports our 401ks lost an average of 20% last year alone. It has us all wondering, I've got my money spread across different markets, so why is this still happening? Because, according to Goldman Sachs themselves, we are not diversified in the right way. They say that after stocks and bonds saw historic losses last year, that mixing in real assets like precious metals or fine art can help protect your purchasing power. In fact, the last time that inflation was this high, contemporary art specifically, that means stuff like Picasso's, appreciated an average of 20% each year. That's even better than stocks and real estate. And thanks to Masterworks, you can invest in art pieces like Picasso and Banksy for a fraction of what billionaires and big banks pay. Now, you don't need $1 million, and all of Masterworks offerings are qualified with the SEC. And Masterworks has built an impressive track record of 11 exits, all of them profitable. And their most recent sales handed back 10, 13, and 35% net returns to investors. So with those kinds of results, Masterworks offerings can sell out in hours, not days. So there is a wait list, but I've reached out to them to give you VIP access. So to skip the wait list right now, use the link below. And again, thank you to today's video sponsor. I hope it's a blessing to my viewers. If you're interested, please check out the link down below. But let's get back to the article. Raising the FRA, or the full retirement age, is seen as one way to lessen the impacts of oncoming insolvency issues of Social Security's Old Age and Survivor Insurance, or the OASI Trust Fund, which finances about 20 to 25% of Social Security benefits. The fund is expected to run out of money by the middle of the next decade, meaning that Social Security will have to rely solely on payroll taxes for funding. Raising the FRA might convince more seniors to wait an extra couple of years to start claiming Social Security benefits so that they can get bigger monthly payments. With fewer people signing up for benefits before turning 70, the Social Security Administration will have fewer benefits to pay out. So delaying it, it'll cause it to be depleted at a slower pace. Raising the full retirement age has bipartisan support among registered voters, though not necessarily raising it all the way up to age 70. Let me know your thoughts. Now listen to this. A 2022 survey of more than 2,500 registered voters conducted by the University of Maryland's program of public consultation found that 75% of respondents favored gradually raising retirement ages from 67 to 68, a move that would eliminate an estimated 14% of the funding shortfall. Support was evenly split between Republicans and Democrats. Now, other solutions with bipartisan support among voters included making more wages subject to Social Security payroll tax, so increasing taxation, increasing Social Security withholdings, and reducing benefits for higher earners. But for now, much of the focus is on whether to raise the full retirement age. Not everyone supports the idea. Social Security advocates and many lawmakers have pushed back against this proposal because of the potential financial impact that it would have on seniors who are already struggling to simply make ends meet. Raising the full retirement age to age 70 significantly cuts the benefits for anyone retiring before their new full retirement age, according to the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare. But spokespersons for Cassidy and King have countered that their plan doesn't include any cuts for Americans currently receiving Social Security benefits, and that many will receive additional benefits. Wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, this has been a very heated debate. I shared with you just last week how we heard Mitt Romney, who scolded Shalonda Young, saying, where's the Democrats' plan to go ahead and reform Social Security if there's not going to be any cuts? We also heard from Bill Cassidy, who scolded Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, saying, you are lying to the American people if you're saying that you're trying to come to an agreement with Republicans because the president has not met with us to put together a plan. You're simply demonizing the Republican Party, saying that we want to make cuts when we have said we do not. And there will be cuts if they do not resolve this. We're hearing about 80 to 75% of benefits will be distributed. There will be a cut of about 20 to 25% across the board because of the solvency issue. And now we're also hearing the age is potentially going to get increased. To let me know, do you think the United States is going to respond like we've seen in France? Now, in addition to that, speaking of cuts, if you haven't heard, there are 11 states that want to take a piece of your Social Security as well. Now, if you missed that video, check it out right here as I cover all the details for you. See if your state is on the list and whether or not they're going to try to take a piece. Now, I will keep you up to date on everything that unfolds with Social Security here on the channel. And if you appreciate that, do me a quick favor, smash the like button, subscribe to stay up to date, and I'll catch you in the next video. But check out this one next, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.